chill now. We rockin'. Here we go. Here we go.
puertorriqueña. sé que van a estar. Oye, mami. Yo boricua. Dile yo, soy boricua. Dile yo, soy boricua. New York, how y'all doing today?
Say something to Brazil. Brazil. Say something to Brazil.
Hey, Brazil! Let's go!
What's your name, sir?
So I'm Nick from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And I'm playing Pokemon Go in Central Park.
So what can you say about this here?
So Pokemon Go is similar to, I would say, bird watching.
Okay.
So we're trying to catch Pokemons. We're trying to catch ones that are strong, that are useful in the game. And we're also part of a larger community. In Washington, D.C., we've got different teams. We've met people through the game. We randomly run into them playing in the street. Gets us out. It is a good relief and good escape from our work, from the politics of the day, and gets us out, gets us exercising.
Does it happen annually or I don't know?
Oh, so GoFest. So GoFest happens annually.
Okay.
There's actually there's 4 GoFests. Osaka was last weekend.
Okay.
This is New York City. Next weekend will be Paris, and then in 2 weeks we'll have the global GoFest. And then next year it'll happen all over again.
Okay, so thank you so much. You want to say something too?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Yeah, nobody cares. They got money.
Remote trading would be wild though. That would also expand the black market by a lot. Like, because there's so many people that are like against it, and the moment it's like, well, they're still gonna do it, now they're just not gonna spook you. There's really a different.
There's gonna have to be some limit. There's gonna be some limiting principle.
Yeah, it'll be cool for doing like 100 trades a day or something. Though. Like,
regarding your broadcast partners. I know you mentioned Apple earlier, and I wonder if you have any plans to expand on that, being that on the African side, for example, I'm not sure how many, the Apple numbers here, and we see the Bundesliga or the European Premier League showing on stations like Super Sports or other stations that are more accessible to viewers. I think it's a great way to really expand your fan base. It's either Apple. It's a question and also a suggestion to see if Apple can perhaps expand on their broadcast partnerships globally to make it more accessible and to make the Major League Soccer on par with all the other Premier Leagues that we watch out here. Thank you.
Sure. No, thank you for the great question. And I'll provide a little more context. So all of our games are on the Apple TV platform, but we also have linear partnerships in the United States with Fox Sports, where we have a game of the week. Up in Canada, TSN has a game of the week, and RDS in French has a game of the week. And then we have select linear partnerships throughout the world, SBS in Australia, the Turner family down throughout Latin America. And we've worked closely with Apple to expand some of those. But I will say, when it comes to access many of those, you need a cable TV subscription. To access games on the Apple TV app, you just need an internet connection. So the access, as long as the Apple TV app is available in your country, which is available in more than 100 countries, we see that as very accessible. Again, for me, I'm 57 years old, I grew up with linear television. My son, who's 13, doesn't watch linear television. Access to him is pushing Netflix, is pushing Amazon Prime, or Apple TV. That is easy access versus going to have to find something or even subscribing through a cable system to get the opportunity to watch one of these other programs. So it's just a different lens. Again, I like to use myself versus my son. We look at things differently, and that's okay.
I was wondering, why do you think is the American sports audience finally discovering that soccer is quite an interesting game? I mean, apart from the amount of Hispanics in the country who told us that we don't have to learn that, but why is there even a demand for that sport? Because there are all these other great sports. Also, you mentioned Messi, but I mean, you had Beckenbauer and Pelé before that didn't help building a soccer nation. So what's different?
So it's funny that you mentioned that. You look at when Pelé and Beckenbauer came in the late, Pelé came in 1975, I believe Franz Beckenbauer came in 77, and played in the old North American Soccer League for the New York Cosmos. Again, that league ceased to exist after 1984. Business model wasn't quite what it needed to be. But what did the NASL, Pelé, Beckenbauer, Cruyff, George Best do? They made fans out of people like me. I grew up with it. I was a child of the old North American Soccer League. I watched Pelé, I watched Beckenbauer, and they inspired me to play the game. And then you fast forward to '94 in the World Cup, nearly 69,000 people show up, and I think that's when people said, wow, something might be happening with soccer in the United States. Major League Soccer's formed. You go to 2007, that was kind of a really important year for us. Most people remember as the year that David Beckham joined the league. And Sports Illustrated on the cover, when Sports Illustrated magazines were a big deal, the cover had a big photo of David Beckham and it said, will he change the fate of American soccer? David Beckham did not just change the fate of American soccer once, but twice. When he joined the LA Galaxy and he was a catalyst for growth for our league, and then a couple years ago when he was the co-owner of Inter Miami and they signed Lionel Messi. So it's been a steady drumbeat as we grow throughout the years. But the folks at Gallup, they're the folks who do the polls, the Gallup poll that many of you might be familiar with, certainly here in the United States. In December of 2017, they asked consumers in the United States, adult consumers, what's your favorite sport to watch? People my age, soccer ranked number 7. People under the age of 35, number 2, tied with basketball. Generational change. People have now grown up with the sport and it's become a part of our culture. And sometimes that just takes time. But I will say, the NASL, Pelé, Beckenbauer, Cruyff laid the foundation. Major League Soccer, World Cup, Major League Soccer starts, Beckham comes in, and now Lionel Messi has clearly taken it to an entirely new level.
You said Messi was a game changer for the MLS. In what ways do you think the World Cup of next year will be a game changer for the MLS?
Yeah, so I'll answer the World Cup next year will be like rocket fuel for Major League Soccer and the sport overall in the United States, and I would say indirectly in Canada and certainly Mexico. The sport's been around longer in Mexico, and they have a very, very established culture down there. So it's going to raise the water level and accelerate the growth for all of us, not just Major League Soccer, but the young players like my son and his friends, the NWSL players. It will increase the excitement around the sport. And we've seen that just based on research of past World Cups in countries that have a deep soccer culture, whether it was France, whether it was Germany, whether it was Brazil. You always see an increase in interest coming out of the World Cup. And your other question was
Salary-wise.
Oh, salary-wise, yeah. So certainly in Major League Soccer, we're a little different than maybe some of the traditional leagues around the world. We're much like North American leagues, where we have a salary cap-like structure with a salary budget, but we also have different mechanisms where you can pay players outside of the salary budget. So we have something called designated players. David Beckham was the first designated player. Now, what is a designated player? That's a player that you can pay as much money as you want. Is outside of the salary budget. We have 3 of those per team. Lionel Messi is one of those. David Beckham was one of those. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was one of those. And then we have other players that fall in certain categories where you can pay, $1 million plus salary. So it is very competitive with the top European leagues because ultimately, at least 3 players, you can pay them whatever you want. Now, when it comes to Saudi Arabia, I will say that Saudi Arabia is an emerging soccer market. Their league's been around for a number of years, but clearly the investment that they're making and the growth that they're seeing, we believe that's good for all of us involved in global football because it raises the excitement in a region that necessarily hasn't been a traditional footballing or soccer nation, and ultimately that's good for the game.